Actually, we'll start with the fifth stroke. Let's start with dolphin kick. What are some things in dolphin kick that you just have to be doing it well?
I think you need to have good kind of range of motion in your, and it's so hard to talk technique just listening to words or even reading.
It
You have
is.
to be able to see it too. So, but I would say good range of motion in your shoulder blades, kind of in that shoulder line.
Hmm.
I also think that you need to be able to follow through with your legs so that your kick needs to happen and needs to be followed through in front of your body instead of popping your hips too far back. So I'll keep it simple.
Hmm.
Obviously, we can, I'm known for talking about each stroke, probably lecturing on each stroke for about an hour, but we'll
Yeah.
just keep it to a couple of minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry about that. Putting you on the
No,
spot
you're
here.
good.
But what about butterfly itself? What are some of the best athletes doing these days? I mean, who are the best butterflies that you see doing things really well these days?
Man, I do really love Caleb Stroke. And it's obviously it's so easy for me to say these things because they're performing the best, but it's
Yeah.
for a reason. I really think Caleb Stroke is a really, I would say, it's a stroke that can be mimicked and modeled
Hmm.
after,
Yeah.
as opposed to someone like Phelps, where I do feel like his shoulder flexibility allowed him to press a lot deeper than most people could.
Hmm.
Whereas Caleb's stroke is a lot flatter. I really like Haley Flickinger's stroke. I really like Christoph Milak's stroke. I mean, these are all the people that are the best in the world right now. The Japanese flyers tend to have like really great technique, just very forward and flat. And generally, I like that. I think that the more undulation that has typically been taught, I would say in US swimming, I would say it makes it actually harder to have a forward propelling fly and a stroke that can last a long time and can be effective over an entire race. So generally, I like that flatter stroke. Two awesome kicks and just really emphasizing, that entry and pressing forward.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I talked to Adam Peaty's coach, and we'll get on breaststroke in a minute. But Mel Marshall was talking about the fact of how, Adam is very fast, obviously, in his hands and feet, but gets back into his line very fast as well, and actually holds his streamline longer than most of the other athletes in the race, which is why he looks faster and swims faster than everybody else because he gets back into that line very quick. And I imagine someone like Caleb, who's swimming kind of a flatter fly, but also very fast in the hands and feet, is probably getting back into that line very fast as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really, really important point. Whereas, I would say, yeah, most people are emphasizing just the pull part of it and trying to
Mm-hmm.
pull as much water, but there's obviously another whole half of the stroke that needs to happen well in order for the pull to happen. So, yeah, I do think a lot of it is in that line and the shape that you're holding through the water.
Yeah, Richard Quick used to always tell me speed in recovery, Brett. You finish your stroke, get your hands back out in front as fast as you can so you can get back on your catch again. So speed in
Absolutely.
recovery was huge.